From Frisco, Texas and the Comerica Center, it's a Saturday night of NBA G League action as the Memphis Hustle come to town. Their first game in 3 days over the Texas Legends as both teams try and find their footing in the Western Conference. Alongside Heckma Harrison, I'm Kyle Yeomans. Two teams that are at least entering on the right note, back in their winning ways after a couple of losing streaks. Texas with a win last night. They get the back-to-back tonight, and they get some reinforcements as well. We'll talk about Brandon Williams rejoining the team momentarily. But first, let's start with Memphis, a team with plenty of experience, including Armando Bacot down low.
Now, Bacot is one of those players that obviously defensively, he can be a wrecker for you down low, but he is a rebounder, a double-double machine. And tonight, you're going to have your bigs on that 6'11 frame.
One of the best players in the history of the University of North Carolina. Yes, the Tar Heels is in the house tonight. Bacot, the program's all-time leading rebounder. He'll have a similar role tonight. On the opposite side, you go from 0-0 in Bacot to 0-0 from Jezion Gortman. He had 30 points last night, a career high, to lead Texas to a win.
Wonderful game last night for Gortman, and he was all over the court, knocking down threes, middies, but also facilitating for players as well. He answered the bell last night defensively also.
He has the full assortment of two-way players available by his side tonight, but so does Memphis. A lot of talent on display, NBA caliber talent inside the Comerica Center tonight. It's the Memphis Hustle and the Texas Legends, and tip-off is next. Let's take a look at our Choctaw starting lineups. It's a different look for both teams tonight as Memphis brings back the full assortment of their two-way talent, including G.G. Jackson, one of the current Memphis Grizzlies under contract, the second rounder in 2023 out of South Carolina. Whereas Texas welcomes back Brandon Williams. He's had some fun with the Dallas Mavericks as of late.
It's good to see B. Will back in the building. Man, one of those electrifying players that can do it all for the Legends, man. I expect for him to be looking to get his shot up early and often.
Also, not to mention, the Memphis Hustle brings back Yuki Kawamura into the fold as well. An opportunity to see plenty of two-way talent, not only with the Hustle, but with the Legends as well. The full assortment available on both sides of this one.
Yeah, this is Kawamura, a great player as well. But you talked about G.G. Jackson. Boy, big frame and a great shooter.
First-year head coach T.C. Swirsky leads the Memphis Hustle into battle, served as the team's lead assistant last year and takes over following the promotion of former head coach Jason March to an assistant coaching position with the Memphis Grizzlies. Opportunity for him to try and get his team within one game of 500. That's what's at stake for Jordan Sears as well as he enters at 3-5. There's 3 games over 4 days for the Texas Legends. They had the win last night to get the homestand off on the right foot. They'll look to do so again against the Memphis Hustle as the tip is won by Texas. Yes, that is the Texas Legends in the middle of the bright green jerseys. It is Children's Advocacy Night of Collin County, presented by PhD Tech. We'll talk more about that as the night goes on. Zion pulling with the takeaway. He's met at the bucket and can't get it to go after some contest from Texas. Now Wheeler, full head of steam, makes the adjustment at the rim. Legends strike first.
We talked at length about Wheeler being back in the fold last night and his contributions. Good to see him running the floor. He was nicked up a little bit last night also.
This is the first time since opening day, Heckma, that the entire assortment of Texas Legends that are on the roster, except for one, in Jared Lucas, is available tonight. Everyone available across the board. If you're under contract, even as a two-way for the Legends, you are playing in this one. They'll get Sharp going up with the bucket in the tip in, and the foul makes it a three-point play.
Love to see our guy Jamarian Sharp coming out, being aggressive last night. Boy, defensively, he had his work cut out for him. Didn't score a lot, didn't have a lot of rebounds, but you see he's turning on the switch.
Goes up against the 6'9" G.G. Jackson, 20-year-old out of South Carolina. Sharp misses the free throw. Baycott, this is something he wants to add to the game a little bit more. He has hit 37 threes now. That's something he didn't necessarily employ during his time in North Carolina.
Yeah, I don't think the coaches at North Carolina would have given him the green light as being the rebounder that he is, but adding that to his arsenal, I think is going to make him even more of a dangerous player at this level.
Just like Kessler Edwards on the opposite end. Similar in size. Of course, Baycott 6'10", 240, but Edwards 6'8", nearing 200 pounds in his own right. Here's Kawamura out of the corner. Three-point barrage from both sides to start.
Don't let him just hide out on the baseline. He can do that all night.
Kawamura, of course, out of Japan.
Wow.
Two-way status, 5'8", 160 pounds. There's the work down low for B. Will.
Man, that is a slick move by B. Will.
The scoring aplenty early. Norris wants to line it up from three, and his is true as well. How about this high-flying start? 9-9, and we're just over 2 minutes in.
Morris coming off of a 25-point performance. Another one of those players for the hustle you got to get hands on.
Kawamura pulls up in transition, hits the second three. This is what Memphis does. Right now, the Memphis hustle averaging right around 113, 114 points per game compared to Texas, who's sitting right at that 91 mark. Texas is keeping track, though, on the opposite end. Now B. Will knocks down his second.
Speaking of track, this court tonight is going to be a track because the hustle is second in pace in G League. These guys get up and down the court pretty quickly.
Does that favor a team like Texas that traditionally likes to slow it down, really leading the league right now in opponents' points per game and last in the G League in terms of scoring output?
I got two words: get back. You got to make sure you get back on defense, but they have got to stay. Well, that timeout came quickly, but they've got to stay, on their game defensively.
G.G. Jackson with the slam after the takeaway. Gortman with the early turnover. Both teams with that high-flying attack early. Memphis up first.
Lease a new 2025 K4 LXS for $209 a month.
'Tis the season when money is tight, but you could get up to $10,000 using your car title.
I got $2,800 with my car title from Title Max.
Skip the holiday bustle, get money in as little as 30 minutes.
I got $8,700 with my car title from Title Max.
And best of all, keep driving your vehicle while getting the cash you need. All makes and models welcome. Visit TitleMax.com today to get started, and you'll say, I got my title back with Title Max.
Get your title back with Title Max.
It's the Baker Brothers replay. Team Baker Brothers really stopped that running toilet in its tracks. No more running toilets.
Now that's what I call a bathroom break.
Okay, Jimmy.
Call now to get this month's great deal from Baker Brothers.
Tonight's game is brought to you by your local Kia dealers. Visit us for a great selection of new and used vehicles. And Century 21 Mike Bowman, here to help you buy or sell your home, providing services with you in mind.
Great crowd on hand inside Comerica Center. You can come enjoy a night out at the Comerica Center in Frisco with group tickets, individual tickets, season ticket packages, all available for the rest of the 2025 season right now at 214-469-0822 or go online and visit TexLegends.com today. Last night had 6,400 in attendance to watch a Texas Legends win over the Oklahoma City Blue, 94-86. It was a great win for Texas, and you told that to Jordan Sears right before tip-off tonight. He came over, said hello to us, and you said, Coach, great win last night. He said, we got to get over 100 today. That's the goal.
Yeah.
So far, so good as Phil Wheeler takes off in the lane.
Hey, somebody had their Wheaties last night, and my man Phil Wheeler was a part of the effort to pull off that victory. If they get 100, it's going to be because Big Phil is pouring in and making baskets as well.
Last night we saw some high-flying dunks and highlight reel plays on both ends.
Boy, yes, we did.
I expect much of the same, if not more, tonight. Here goes Brandon Williams, takes some contact, finds Jamarian Sharp, who flushes it home.
But that is the threat of having Brandon Williams back into the lineup, his ability to bring those defenders out to double him and find the guy underneath the basket at point-blank range.
When it sets up for the pace of play that this Memphis Hustle team wants to play, Brandon Williams allows you to play pedal to the metal, whereas even with some of the other ball handlers on the roster, you don't necessarily have that all the way through as Edwards drills the three.
No, he is exquisite as a ball handler. And again, he uses so many moves to attract the defense, and you just have to keep your eyes on him.
4 of the 5 starters for Texas have scored. Only Gortman is off the mark. He led the Legends with 30 last night. Pull up in transition. Good to have Brandon Williams back in the fold in a Legends uni.
I mean, for him, it's got to feel like, look, I get an opportunity to get as many shots up as I want. And you see him feeling it here early. It's weird to say that Gortman hasn't scored because of the game that he had last night.
Baycott drives, draws the foul in the process. Both teams shooting lights out. Right now, at the 6:45 mark in the middle of this first quarter, the Legends have made 9 of their 10 attempts from the field, including all 4 of their threes.
And that is contrary to this Texas Legends squad that is #1 in points allowed. Defensively, they've been able to lock some teams down, but tonight you see the Hustle having it their way.
Baycott connects, completes the three-point play. He has 6 points with that 3, and then now the bucket and the free throw. Oh, this one all the way up to the top of the rim. It bounds around to Alatiche.
But Kessler went up high. That was a pass from Alatiche, just a little too much mustard on it.
All smiles right now. Both teams shooting everything out the gym. This has been fun so far.
Update your kitchen and save with NFM's huge selection of appliances. Find over 200 refrigerators on display starting at $5.99. Shop over 100 dishwashers starting at $3.49. And over 100 ranges starting at $5.49. Check out over 90 cooktops starting at $5.99. Explore over 50 wall ovens starting at $11.99. Take advantage of free delivery and setup, plus long-term financing on qualifying purchases. Compare the basics to the best in one huge store at guaranteed low prices. NFM.
Make the most of your season during the Kia Season of New Traditions sales event. Gift yourself some savings and visit your local Kia dealer today. Look out for these stickers to find great deals on vehicles backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty, so you can start new traditions for years to come. Get 1.9% APR for up to 60 months, plus $1,000 retail bonus cash on specially tagged 2025 Sportage and Sorrento vehicles.
They said I have to take tests when they tell me to.
They said my degree would cost a fortune.
But I didn't have to listen to them.
Because I have a university that listens to me.
Tests on your time, courses on your time, graduate on your time. WGU, the University of You.
Legends Basketball is presented by Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue, serving the best real Texas barbecue since 1989. And In Touch Credit Union, your best option for a wide range of money management tools.
Be sure to tune in to On the TL, the brand new Texas Legends Insider podcast. I'll be your host throughout this 2025 season. Dropping a new episode tonight with Jamarian Sharp and company joining us. We've got Jamarian Sharp, Cam Black. It'll be available on Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Podcast, and the video version on YouTube very soon. May have to talk about this one on the podcast as the Legends lead it 24-20. We're not even at the halfway point in the first quarter. So I did some math, Heckman. You know how I'm a math wizard, right?
That scares me.
Exactly. So now this one from the corner throws a little bit of a wrench into it. But at the halfway point here in the first quarter, if they were to continue scoring at this pace, the final score of this basketball game would be Legends 192, Memphis 184. That's how high pace this has been, and it's at least continuing for one more possession.
So when you said buckle up?
That's exactly right. Might want to strap in. The buckle might not be enough for this one.
Look right back. Look at the pace.
4-on-1 the other way, and that's just going to leave it wide open for DJ Stewart.
That is about the speed and the pace of this game entirely as the Legends try and get into a half-court set.
Walker picked off immediately. Miles Norris, stutter step right side. He gets it off the glass. Memphis has answered every bell so far from Texas. But really, it's been both teams trading blows back and forth. Neither team has led by more than 5.
Yeah, and defensively, they are staying in those passing lanes, very active with their hands.
Wheeler wins it back for Texas. Edwards will take it all the way to the cup.
But you see they're unbothered by made baskets. As soon as they get the ball from the baseline, they are off and running. You got to get back defensively.
I don't know if in a game like this, with the pace that it's been so far, you can necessarily be bothered by baskets, right?
No.
At this point in time, basket's a basket. Both teams have been shooting lights out, including Kessler Edwards. He knocks down another one. He's up to 11 points already.
And I think what's comforting is to see Kessler Edwards be, this team 6 of 6 shooting, but also Edwards knocking down shots from his spot.
Now he's hit half of those 6 threes from downtown. Legends still shooting 87%. Memphis not much worse at now 65% with that last make from Norris. Norris has 10. Drive from Edwards. You can tell the confidence is oozing from Kessler Edwards right now. He was held in last night's win to 5 points, 6 rebounds, and a couple assists. He has 11 points with a couple rebounds along the way.
Yeah, the 6'8" forward out of Pepperdine, man, you love his length, but also his shooting ability. Man, just one of those great athletes here for the Legends.
Smith checks in. First time we'll see Malachi Smith, the undrafted product out of Gonzaga. He was the WCC Sixth Man of the Year in 2023 with the Zags. Before that was the SoCon Player of the Year before transferring to Gonzaga. Edwards misses the free throw. Remember, one free throw at this point in time up until the final 2 minutes of regulation in G League action, worth the amount of the foul. This is a long 2, missed by Lucas Williamson, normally a starter for this Memphis team, but with all the talent on the floor, you won't necessarily see him as much from a minute standpoint.
Well, after seeing Gortman last night, like he was unstoppable and couldn't miss a shot. Weird, actually, seeing him miss.
Shot 50% from the field en route to a career best 30 points. Finished with 5 rebounds. Tyson Walker last night also had 20 points. He was a big reason for that Texas win. Added 21 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists to his total.
And last night was the debut of Justin Powell. He came in and had some really good minutes for the Legends.
You were really impressed with what he brought off the bench from a shooting element and then also a spacing element. It allowed for Texas to set up in the paint because you had to respect the perimeter game.
What I loved about it is you've seen so many times with Coach Jordan Sears, when he takes one of his shooters out, the offense goes stagnant. You get a guy off the bench like Justin Powell that comes in and just keeps that streak going. He was knocking down threes early, getting rebounds as well. It's quality production.
That's what you want to see, especially in a debut. They traded for Powell from the Stockton Kings. He's in the game right now, wearing the number 22 in the green. Gortman adjusts at the rim, seemingly floating through the paint to get that one to go.
Oh, it's just a top spin on that ball off the glass, though, for Gortman. Tied up, not so fast.
It's like a professional bowler where you just spin it and it takes that right type of roll.
That was beautiful.
Offensive board for Nathaniel Hinton. Hinton, a former Mavs two-way, never actually played with Texas, played a season with Dallas. Dortmund with a full head of steam. He wants to take it to the cup, got held by Stewart. The refs missed it. Ahead of the pack for Pullen. Gets it to fall on the fast break.
Some of those tricks of the trade from DJ Stewart that he learned at Duke.
How to not draw a whistle?
Yeah, exactly.
That's about right. Sounds like the football team playing right now. One in red. There's Powell with the spin move. Two-handed pass to Walker. Rattles in a three.
Threes, please.
Texas now 7 of 7 from three-point land. Oh, here goes Hinton. Tried with the windmill lay-in. Alatiche with the rebound. Cross-court pass. Powell, snipe shot from the corner. The Legends have made their first 8 shots from three-point land.
Boy, that's my man right there, Justin Powell. Gonna call this guy Mr. Consistency. Shot is the same every time.
1 minute remaining here in the first quarter. This is not a first quarter score. I don't care what level you're playing at. 42-41. Right now at 83 combined points. That's how many we had at halftime last night.
This is going to be nuts.
Now a foul and a bucket. It'll continue to grow as Malachi Smith puts the hustle on top. The Hustle certainly live up to their name, don't they?
Yes, they do. And Malachi Smith has come in, man, with a mission offensively. You see every time he gets the ball, it is a dribble drive from number 18.
We talked about NBA caliber talent on the floor, right?
Yes.
We did talk about that and how that is on display with the amount of two-ways and assignment players that are on the floor. We're seeing that so far. 43-42 with 42 seconds left in the first.
Somebody's going to play some defense at some point, right?
You think so?
Yeah, I hope.
Let me know when you start to see that.
I will notify you.
Here goes Wheeler. Crafty spin move. Somehow kept the body control and drew contact to finish.
A little bit of a holler at the end of that move. Let you know I'm proud of myself.
Backdoor cut. Easy money for Williamson, who elevates to the rim. 2-point hustle lead. Gortman wants to slow it down. That'll be the first time I say that tonight.
Yes.
Maybe the only time I say that tonight. No hold for the final shot. Williams cutting, and Williamson will call the foul. First one against Lucas Williamson, former Loyola Chicago product.
And Swirsky was notifying, letting Williamson know that he wanted to foul there.
Dortmund to B-Will. 5 to shoot. Brandon Williams setting up. He'll pull up with the contested 3 off the front iron and out. 1 quarter down in Frisco. We have 90 combined points, 11 combined lead changes. We've been tied 7 times, and we still have 3 quarters to play. Strap in, Legends Nation. We've got a fun one brewing in Frisco. On to the second when we return.
Look, I got the new iPhone 16 Pro at Verizon. Apple Intelligence is pretty awesome.
Nice.
You can get it when you trade in any phone.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Now every phone can be the new iPhone 16 Pro at Verizon. Just trade in any phone in any condition and get iPhone 16 Pro on us. Only on Verizon.
Life has its ups and downs, so we lean on each other to make it through. Sampac Auto Group wants to help by making little wishes come true. Whether it's a new computer to help a mother of two grow her business, making repairs on a working father's truck, or paying medical bills in a fight for better health. Little wishes can make a big difference. At Sampac Auto Group, we're driving hope and happiness across North Texas. To see more Little Wishes, visit WFAA.com/Little Wishes.
Hey there, Legends Nation. Coach Byron here, and I'm standing in the newly renovated Comerica Center, home of your Texas Legends. But do you think we did all these renovations for our players? No. We did these renovations for your camper to be able to experience camp right here on this professional hardwood court. That's right. Every Saturday game day, we're going to have a youth camp 1 to 4, ages 9 to 14. So come on out here, have some fun with Coach Byron, and oh yeah, when you sign up, you'll get tickets for you and your family to that night's game. Come on out. See you there.
They said I have to take tests when they tell me to.
They said my degree would cost a fortune.
But I didn't have to listen to them.
Because I have a university that listens to me.
Tests on your time, courses on your time, graduate on your time. WGU, the University of You.
You can take a shot at a half-court shot to win $21,000 from Mike Bowman, Century 21 and the Texas Legends. Sign up right now at TexLegends.com for your opportunity to win 21 grand. Taking that home would make a pretty good present for whoever's awaiting.
Well, I hadn't seen it yet.
What we have seen is a lot of threes, Heckma.
Boy, I tell you, if you like threes, you are in the right place, man. Right now, the Legends draining plenty of them of a clip of 8 to 10. There's Justin Powell coming right in, finding his spot and knocking down the three.
Legends made their first 8 threes of the quarter en route to their highest scoring quarter of the regular season, 44 points. Here's the thing, though. It was also their highest points allowed in a quarter during the regular season. They picked up right where they left off, the alley-oop to Kessler Edwards.
And that's what you get when you have Brandon Williams back in the game. His vision, boy, and just ability to find guys streaking, running down the court. Initially, you thought he was going to throw that alley-oop to Jazzy Gortman, but Kessler Edwards trailing with the dunk.
Well, that's kind of been the key so far, is the connection between Williams and Edwards. Those two on the same page. And there's just a confidence when they're all playing together. Here's Gortman missing off the back of the rim. G.G. Jackson the second, swatted by Sharp. Outside for Kawamura. Gortman wants the run. Jay-Z and Gortman, they'll call it a charge.
Oh, wow.
Possibly. No, they're going to call a blocking foul. Initially, the ref on the baseline was looking elsewhere for the call, never actually made an initial decision. Jordan Sears was about to argue, but that is a blocking foul.
Yeah, that was taken back immediately. The referee closest to the action had it right.
So Gort will go to the free throw line. Loved talking to him yesterday after the game, and he always brings a smile. He plays with a bit of childlike joy, as I like to call it. He has fun playing this game, and you can see it on nights like last night where he put up the 30 points along the way.
No, I told him last night, I said, Jay-Z, and we're always going to have our pickle shot. We're always going to have that to talk about.
It was a little spicy. Have you recovered?
I have.
The Sucker Punch Pickle Hydration Shot, but it was the spicy pepper flavor.
You know what? It was different.
It was.
It was different from the original. When they say it's spicy, they are not lying about the kick.
Sure. Williams tripped on his way over the ball screen. Kawamura helps him back up. A couple of two-way prospects. Say that almost about everybody on the floor tonight.
You got talented lineups on both ends.
Of course, the Mavericks off tonight after a big win over Oklahoma City last night.
Huge win.
Took down the Blue. The Blue were without SGA, and that helps out quite a bit. But Kyrie Irving went off, just like Brandon Williams is going off here. 11 points for B. Will in his return to the Texas Legends.
Yeah, I went back and watched that game, and that was a wonderful game from the Mavs, and Kyrie coming in without Luka. What a pass.
Ahead of the pack for Jay-Z and Gortman.
That's threading the needle.
We'll continue to see that as the game goes on. Texas right now shooting 75% from the field and from three-point land. Sharp pokes it away. Gortman secures possession. Head of the pack, Edwards. Now he'll stutter stab. May have picked up a foul in the process.
Yeah, got the contact on the first dribble inside. The slow whistles coming because they're waiting on him to complete the shot. Love the energy that Kessler Edwards has come out with, knocking down some threes and still attacking the lane.
Looks like Memphis wants to talk about it. Might take a look at this one. Memphis trailing by 5. It's the largest lead so far by Texas after 12 lead changes.
As the largest credit union in Texas, RBFCU provides trusted service for more than 1 million members. We're a member-focused credit union that's a part of your community. We've given millions of dollars to local schools and organizations and provided free financial literacy programs. From buying a car to planning a vacation, with free checking and additional products that fit your financial situation. Every member is treated equally. Experience the difference at RBFCU.
Lease a new 2025 K4 LXS for $209 a month.
Welcome to Legends Land, the greatest show on logo painted wood, where kids can be kids, where adults can unwind, where families can spend some good old-fashioned quality time. Texas Legends basketball, your seat to the future.
The social media highlights have already been flying off the court tonight. You can follow the Texas Legends on social with Facebook, X, and the team's website at texaslegends.com. That gentleman was recording something for his reels. You've got some highlight reels. He's got a soccer jersey on in the building. That's okay. Everybody all smiles in this one. Alongside Heckma Harrison, I'm Kyle Yeomans. I mean, you and I, it feels like every time we get a moment here just to decompress.
When is that?
It's the media timeouts. That's okay. When it's a decompression. Texas, we get it. It's the Texas Legends. It's the NBA G League. And a lot of times the NBA talent is going to get up and down the floor and they can put up points. Texas hasn't done this for much of the season. They're averaging 90 points per game. They're winning games. They've won 3 games already. But they're doing so by slowing it down, working out of the half court, being methodical on offense. This is a much different pace across the board than what we've seen so far.
Well, I tell you, the hustle come in as advertised and as their name states. They are hustling up and down the court. Now, when they start to knock down open shots like that, that makes them even more dangerous, Kyle.
Currently 7 threes from the Memphis Hustle side. 9 for Texas right now. They're 9 of 12. Edwards has hit 3 of them. He'll line it up again. That's his first miss from three-point land. And Phil Wheeler picks up the offensive rebound and then draws a foul from Johnson.
And that's the impact that Wheeler can have offensively. Not just knocking down those shots, but also going down and helping with those rebounds. You know, Sharp just doing a good job in this game, but, man, having that impact from a guy like Wheeler down low, man, that's important.
Wheeler has been efficient so far, 9 points on 4 of 4 shooting. Sharp the target off the inbound. Williams Shovel pass to Edwards, pump fakes, and then sails it over the top. It hit Robbie, our camera operator, on the baseline.
What is it about Robbie?
We knew that was going to happen because it's been a couple games since Robbie's taken one.
Unbelievable, man.
He's a ball magnet.
Hey, you know what he needs? Hey, get a guy a helmet.
Get him a shield. Kawamura underneath, knocks it down on the baseline.
That is his spot. We've seen him knock down 2 from that side of the court.
Looking for that opportunity. It gives Memphis another lead. Wheeler will look to get it back for Texas, and he does. Good luck to whoever's clipping social media highlights for this game.
Back and forth we go.
We're going to need more gigabytes on the hard drive for this one.
You know, there's been some complaints about the three-point shot at the NBA level, but hey, if you're making them like this.
Have 18 combined threes, and we're not even to the 8-minute mark of the second quarter. Let's go along with the 14 lead changes.
Oh, wow.
At the same time, that'll be an offensive foul. That goes against Sharp.
But great sale, though, from Kawamura.
He's kind of been that way. He's a savvy vet. Kawamura back in the lineup for the Memphis Hustle. Only the second game he's played in the G League regular season. Played in 7 games throughout the tip-off tournament. Averaged 13 points per game with the Hustle. Scored 23 points in his only appearance of the regular season. Jackson stutter step. He'll drive, works around the Legends defender, and gets the friendly roll.
And that all started from the hezzy. And going inside with the left hand, crossover in the lane, and soft touch to finish.
Baycott, he takes off, lost his footing, and a foul called. That's a big man to lose the footing in the lane like that. 6'10", 240.
That's a long way down.
22nd start of the year for Baycott. Only game off the bench this year, actually. 22 starts in 23 games. The only time he came off the bench was against Texas in the Comerica Center, right here. That was the last time he's come off the bench. Of course, he didn't do that a whole lot at North Carolina.
No, and then finally somebody got some brains and said, look, he shouldn't be coming off the bench.
Over his 5-year career with the Tar Heels, played in 171 games. One of the more decorated players in Tar Heels history. And he's short here on the baseline.
Yeah, rebounding machine for the Tar Heels.
Here comes Brandon Williams, draws the foul.
Amazing creativity. Looks like he's stuck right there and still able to get the ball up.
You know what that reminds me of? Just the way he's so confident, and he almost levitates.
Who?
It's the guy who's learning from.
Kyrie, doesn't it?
It 100% looks like
Thank you. Okay, I'm not crazy.
You're not.
Okay.
But he's learning. You're starting to see the benefit of having the developmental process that the two-way contracts allow. You get a guy like Brandon Williams, who's one of the ultimate teammates. That's exactly what he brings to the table. He's gotten minutes with the Mavs. His first opportunity in the regular season for the Texas Legends to see some time. And he comes in and he's able to put what he's learned in the practice courts, in warm-ups, throughout team meetings, whatever it may be, from being next to Kyrie Irving. And you're seeing the fruit of that labor on the floor tonight. Will it transition into a long career? That's up to B. Will and the talent that he has. He certainly looks the part, but you can see flashes of it in that possession. You saw it there.
Man, no lies told right there, Kyle. And they say imitation is the highest form of flattery, and I like it.
Now he pulls up from 3 and absolutely drills it.
Man, class is in session, but 10 is on the floor.
He talks so highly of Kyrie and the amount of time that Kai spends with these young developmental prospects. Pass ahead for Walker, tracks it down, keeps it alive. Here comes Tanner Holden on the trailing position.
Yeah, Holden yesterday was doing a great job defensively, man, shutting down a lot of those guys for the OKC Blue. But you did see flashes of his offense yesterday. Good to see him bring that game within the day.
Inside for Baycott, too much space for the big man.
You know what's impressive about him? I saw him in shoot around. That's a big old dude.
Oh yeah, he moves exceptionally well, though.
I guess everybody's tall, right? But he's just a wide guy.
Al with the drive and a floater.
Okay.
Haven't seen that part of his game quite yet in his second appearance with Texas.
What else does Powell have in his briefcase?
And then a quick answer. Ask me if I'm shocked. Zion Pullen goes down to the opposite end. Hacked on the floater. He'll get a chance at the three-point play as well.
And I'm still waiting to notify you on if anyone's playing defense, so I still haven't gotten that yet. Has anybody checked on Robbie to make sure he's okay?
He looks fine.
Okay.
He looks like he's still okay down there. Pullen at the free throw line. Rookie out of Florida. First team All-SEC last year. Averaged 15 points per game. He's close to that at the G League level. 14 entering this one. Coming off a game where he had 24 points, 5 rebounds. Gortman fouled on the 3, and he gets it to go.
Yeah, all of that is good, and I believe they got the foul called Alatishe with the screen.
See if it's off the ball.
Yeah, there's the push right there.
They do count it for Gort, but it is Alatishe. Gort was standing at the free throw line.
I like
Talk about selling it, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what that is.
Alatishe goes to the stripe. Opportunity at his first make from the charity stripe tonight. And back iron, no good. Missed time by Holden on the jump. 6-point lead for Texas. Up to 14 lead changes in this one. Drive, baseline, too easy for Williamson.
Yeah, Coach Sears is not going to be happy about that. Defense has got to be better than that on the baseline.
So where's your message for the ball club in a game like this? It's a bit out of characteristic for Texas, but they've answered the bell and they've made their shots. That's key right now. Their efficiency, they're up by only 4 points, but they're shooting 70% from 3 and 74% from the field. Can you keep this up? That's my question if you're the coaching staff from Texas without some defensive prowess.
Oh, you're going to have to. You're going to have to keep this up because if you know the way that this team is continuously running.
Nice, and Walker fouled on the fast break.
About that, Alatishe leading the break, but even better finished by the man out of Michigan State.
You think he's having fun?
Yeah, he is.
He has 5 points on the day, make it 6. Walker out of the starting lineup because of the return of Brandon Williams, but Walker's done everything and more for Texas this year. Pullen. Bounded by Walker, forced out of the lane. Here goes Williamson, and he draws a foul.
Wow.
They call it on Walker. Made some contact prior to what you were looking at. I think if they would have let the foul slide, it absolutely would have been a turnover.
Yeah, defensively, you were asking the question earlier, and just the pace, I just wasn't able to answer it. I just feel like...
How rude of them.
No, right? But the Legends, man, getting back on defense, your defensive sets, and you've seen them give up some easy scores. You can't continue to do that. You've got to get stops at some point.
TC Swirsky having the conversation with our official. Stewart wide open from 3. You could hear Jordan Sears from the sideline directing traffic. He did not want that to be open.
Yeah, he was yelling no, no, no on the double team.
Walker. Kick to Holden. He'll swing it. Extra pass into the corner for Powell. That's the shot he loves to take.
There's nothing wrong with that. They made the right pass.
They'll settle with that every time they get a chance. A rare miss from Texas throughout this one.
Thank God DJ Stewart. He is so savvy. The ball in his hands, you see him knock down a 3 and then the dribble drive from number 1.
He's been in the game for only 11 minutes and he has 13 points. Gortman's turnaround off the elbow is short. Back to Baycott. He made his first attempt from 3. Won't hit this one. Alatiche skies for the board and a timeout called by Texas. Boy, has this been a wild one. 71-69 our score midway through the second.
Make the most of your season during the Kia Season of New Traditions sales event. Gift yourself some savings and visit your local Kia dealer today. Look out for these stickers to find great deals on vehicles backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty, so you can start new traditions for years to come. Get 1.9% APR for up to 60 months, plus $1,000 retail bonus cash on specially tagged 2025 Sportage and Sorrento vehicles.
Welcome to Legends Land, right here in Frisco, Texas. The greatest show on logo painted wood, where kids can be kids, where adults can unwind, where families can spend some good old-fashioned quality time, where prospects of today can turn into stars of tomorrow. And now is your chance to score the best seat in the house. Secure your tickets now. Texas Legends Basketball, your seat to the future.
Back in action here at the Comerica Center, and we have all kinds of things going on the court here in Frisco. Kyle Yeomans, how did that feel?
How did what feel? You got to explain to the people at home.
How did it feel to miss that three-pointer?
I had to take the jacket off first.
Hey, take the jacket off.
Make sure to happen. I lined it up. It felt good out of the hands. Off the front iron, no good. You could see the disappointment. It felt good. I thought it was in. If I would have had the hand in the cookie jar just a little bit longer, bro, I think it would have fallen.
It looked good from this angle.
That's my wife right there, Lorena. She was the first one right there. Instead of being my biggest cheerleader, she was my biggest critic. She comes up to me, first thing, not great job, honey. Not way to give it an honest try. She said, stick to your day job and get back over on the headset, which is exactly what I'm doing right now. So we had some fun, always good time. I'm the only one that apparently can miss a three tonight, and that's unfortunate.
I don't even know what to say, man. I'm never lost for words, Kyle, but you got me this time.
Hey, that looked good. It looked good.
We needed that one, man.
At least I know. That was $1,100 at stake. And of course, Byron, as good as he is, Walker picks up my slack from three-point land. But Byron, the MC in-house here at Comerica Center, put the pressure on early. He said he's got triplets at home. That's a lot of Pampers, which is exactly true. And just like I said, I'm the only one that can miss a three tonight.
Really? The rims are wide open. Clearly for everybody else.
They were warming it up for me all the way through. An unfortunate miss. Legends still doing exactly what they did in the first half.
Well, look, Legends 68% from three, and announcers 0.
0 for 1 from three-point land.
Oh, my God.
Hey, at least I got some minutes in. That was a
you
good,
did.
It was a good
you
try.
Did. That's your real NBA G League debut.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, you're 0 for 1.
See, look, that's a good thing.
That's your career
Some people won't get to make a shot in front of 7,000 of their closest friends.
When they go back and look at the stats for you, Kyle Yeomans, it'll be 0 for 1.
Not the only thing I'm 0 for 1 at. Picking color partners out here as well.
Man, 0 for 1. Don't put that on me.
All right, final 2 minutes as we lock back in here. The hustle continuing to put up points. G.G. Jackson II rolls around, uses every inch of the 6'9" frame to finger roll that one in.
He's amazing talent, and you know why. The Grizzlies are high on this guy.
Gortman traveled with it.
Man, you talk about the back and forth. The way that these guys are tying up 74 points here still with 1:35 left.
This is very close to what the final score looked like last night, or what it looked like going into the fourth quarter at least. The thing that's worrisome for Texas, and I alluded to this earlier, the fact that they've shot the ball so well, so effectively, and yet now they're down by 2 at this point. it doesn't feel like this pace fits what the Legends have done throughout the season. They've done a great job of holding serve, but can they run away from a hustle team that does this on a regular basis?
Yeah, but this is a good night to have Brandon Williams back on the court.
Jason Gortman lines up a three, missed it. Kawamura wants to get up and run. Shocker there, draws the foul, and the bucket. Three-point play chance again for Memphis.
Driving with a defender on his left shoulder, able to get that ball back to his right hand and off the glass. What a move.
Makes it look easy. Kawamura with 11 points on 4 of 6 shooting. Couple assists and a rebound. This one rims out. Alatishe secures the rebound. Final minute of gameplay here in the first half. It is Children's Advocacy Night of Collin County, presented by PhD Tech. We'll catch up with a couple representatives from each of those services at the halftime break. Miles Norris back to Jackson. Jackson on Alatishe. What a play by Alatishe to even get a hand on that shot attempt from Jackson.
But a great job getting back on defense by the Legends. They kind of slowed the hustle down because as quick as they were playing in that pace, they were already set up defensively. But you're right, that was a great athletic move by number 55, Alatishe.
Sticks with it. Turnaround, fadeaway, draws a foul. G.G. Jackson, all-rookie second team last year, thrust into a prominent role with the Memphis Grizzlies due to so many injuries in that Memphis lineup. Then at the end of training camp this year, a couple days before the start of the regular season, broke his foot at the end of the offseason, missed a couple months because of that, and then has worked back into the fold with with Memphis. This is just his third game with the hustle, trying to find his way back into full strength. He looks pretty good at the moment on assignment from the Grizzlies.
No, he really does. You saw him down low on the baseline, recognizing that he had the smaller Gortman on him and ready to expose, help defense coming from Alatishe. Still couldn't stop him.
It appears Texas wants to hold for the final shot of the first half. What a half it's been. High flying back and forth between the two. Gortman will take it himself. He'll pull up out of the mid-range, swatted. Smith puts it up from three-quarter court, and it's just off the backboard and no good. 78-74, a high-scoring affair. Both teams cooling off down the stretch of the second. But we've got a fun one in Frisco. Don't go anywhere. Halftime at the Comerica Center.
Bring home the toys that make memories and get them smiling. NFM has the holidays' hottest gifts at the best prices of the season. Lego, Fisher-Price, Barbie, Hot Wheels, Hasbro. Find toys for all ages with our incredible in-stock selection all in one store. Right now, get $10 off $50 toy purchases. Shop your way and save time with free shipping on qualifying toy purchases, plus convenient pickup. Make your holidays more magical. Big selection, big savings. Only at NFM.
Look, I got the new iPhone 16 Pro at Verizon. Apple Intelligence is pretty awesome.
Nice.
You can get it when you trade in any phone.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Now every phone can be the new iPhone 16 Pro at Verizon. Just trade in any phone in any condition and get iPhone 16 Pro on us. Only on Verizon.
Hey guys, Clay Cooley here. We know you have options when you're buying your next car, and we want to earn your business. We have the Clay Cooley Family Guarantee, a 3-day return policy. If you don't like it, we'll give your money back, or 7 days to swap it for another one. Every car comes with a 1-year cosmetic warranty. Lose your key fob, it's replaced. Fabric and paintless dent repair, wheel repair, roadside assistance, and much more. And every used car we sell is Motor Trend certified and comes with a 1-year warranty for your peace of mind. Shop me first, shop me last. Either way, come see Clay.
They said I have to take tests when they tell me to.
They said my degree would cost a fortune.
But I didn't have to listen to them.
Because I have a university that listens to me.
Tests on your time, courses on your time, graduate on your time. WGU, the University of You.
Hey there, Legends Nation. Coach Byron here, and I'm standing in the newly renovated Comerica Center, home of your Texas Legends. But do you think we did all these renovations for our players? No. We did these renovations for your camper to be able to experience camp right here on this professional hardwood court. That's right. Every Saturday game day, we're going to have a youth camp 1 to 4, ages 9 to 14. So come on out here, have some fun with Coach Byron, and oh yeah, when you sign up, you'll get tickets for you and your family to that night's game. Come on out. See you there.
Tonight's game is brought to you by your local Kia dealers. Visit us for a great selection of new and used vehicles. And Century 21 Mike Bowman, here to help you buy or sell your home, providing services with you in mind.
It's halftime at the Comerica Center as the Texas Legends take on the Memphis Hustle. Kyle Yeoman's back with you. Now an opportunity to catch up with our charitable partners of the night. We have Jerry from PhD Tech, and we have Dan from the Children's Advocacy Center of Collin County. Dan, I'll start with you. Tell us a little bit about what the Children's Advocacy Center does across the board whenever you guys are giving back to the community.
Well, absolutely. What we do is we bring the professionals together that deal with child abuse here in Collin County. Unfortunately, some people hurt kids, but we bring the professionals, law enforcement, child protective services, district attorney's office, therapists, advocates, all together so kids aren't re-traumatized by the system.
And that's an unbelievable charitable thing to do. And it's something that is important to a lot of people because of the experiences, unfortunately, that they go through. What made you want to get involved and continue to build this?
Well, I love what I do. I help kids, and there's not much more of a worthy cause than that. And so I love my job. Kids get better, and I get to be part of that.
Now, how long has the Children's Advocacy Center, I'm going to get it at some point, how long have they been making an impact in the community?
Well, we've been here in Collin County for over 30 years, and I've been working there for almost 25 years now.
That's unbelievable. I love hearing about that. I want to hear from Jerry from PhD Tech. Tell us a little bit about what PhD Tech does.
So PhD Tech provides security services for companies and nonprofits like the Children's Advocacy Center of Collin County, access control, security surveillance. So we provide interview systems as well.
Wow. So why is it important to get involved with the CADCC or the CACCC along the way?
Exactly what Dan said earlier is it's about the kids. The kids are our future. We got to protect them, ultimately, at the end of the day.
And what are some ways that PhD Tech, you talk about those security systems, give us an example of how they are helping in the community?
So we provide the systems and the support for Dan and his team to forensically interview and protect those kids and take that data and evidence to trial.
Oh, that's awesome. That really is. And now we have an opportunity to take a look at these jerseys, too, along the way. We saw them in the first half. Let's go ahead and show them off here a little bit. They've got a fun touch to them as well. The green certainly sticks out. It looks like we're calling the Maine Celtics or whatever it ends up being, but it's the Texas Legends. Got a little pink and some different fun colors involved. Got the logo down there up here on the top here for PhD Tech. And then if we turn it around, we've got the Children's Advocacy Center there as well. So much that you guys are doing in the community, doing it for a great cause. If anybody was at home watching tonight, how would they get involved along the way?
Best way is to check out our website, which is Children's Advocacy Center of Collin County. You Google search or search however you do that. Find us. All sorts of great information about what we do, how we do it, but also ways to support us, both financially and then getting out of the community and letting people know that, unfortunately, child abuse does exist, and we need some wonderful people like Jerry, his company, and other folks that help us out to provide these services for these kids.
So get involved however you can. Join the fight and protect the children out there just like you guys are. Dan, Jerry, thank you so much for what you do. Thanks for joining us tonight with the Texas Legends, and we'll have more Texas Legends basketball highlights and stats coming up on the other side of the break, halftime between the Legends and the Hustle.
America has a crisis of leadership, and our country is in turmoil.
Democrats are trying to pass trillions in spending while our debt is already unsustainable. Inflation is skyrocketing. The prices of everyday goods and gas are rising steadily, and the stock market is extremely volatile. A recession looks like it's imminent, and it's urgent that you protect your retirement now with gold and precious metals. Legacy Precious Metals can help you take control of your finances by investing in gold and silver. Sign up online in only 5 minutes. Call us now to speak with one of our gold IRA experts. Build your financial legacy with us. Legacy Precious Metals.
As part of our Hunger Initiative, InTouch Credit Union is so proud to support our North Texas Food Bank.
The North Texas Food Bank is so grateful for partners like InTouch Credit Union.
Hey there, Legends Nation. Coach Byron here, and I'm standing in the newly renovated Comerica Center, home of your Texas Legends. But do you think we did all these renovations for our players? No. We did these renovations for your camper to be able to experience camp right here on this professional hardwood court. That's right. Every Saturday game day, we're going to have a youth camp 1 to 4, ages 9 to 14. So come on out here, have some fun with Coach Byron, and oh yeah, when you sign up, you'll get tickets for you and your family to that night's game. Come on out. See you there.
It's the Baker Brothers replay. Team Baker Brothers really stopped that running toilet in its tracks. No more running toilets.
Now that's what I call a bathroom break.
Okay, Jimmy.
Call now to get this month's great deal from Baker Brothers.
Being your own boss lets you work on your terms, but it can be hard to find healthcare coverage that fits. With Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Texas, you can learn how to find the best coverage for your needs and schedule. Open enrollment is here. Now's the time to call 888-731-0321 or visit findaplantx.com. With in-person or virtual doctor visits, as well as $0 annual checkups. We deliver access to the care you need when you need it. You may qualify for financial assistance and find a plan as low as $10 a month with financial help. Keep moving with health and wellness discounts from Blue 365. Don't wait. Open enrollment ends soon. Enroll now for coverage that's centered around you. Call 888-731-0321 or visit findaplantx.com. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Texas. Through it all.
Texas Legends Basketball is presented by Choctaw Casino and Resort. Food and fun right up the road in Durant. And Century 21 Mike Bowman, here to help you buy or sell your home at century21mikebowman.com.
Well, we've just now caught our breath from the highest scoring half, both from an opponent and from the Texas Legends this year. 78-74 is our halftime score. Alongside Heckma Harrison, I'm Kyle Yeomans. Heckma, kind of what we expected, high pace, back and forth. The Memphis Hustle bring that element to their game, to the table. The thing we didn't expect was how well Texas was going to answer the bell and then the back and forth that ensued.
Well, they've been able to handle that consistent pressure, and they've had Brandon Williams back in the lineup, and he has been there to help them. I believe his 16 points has been the reason why they've kept pace. That first quarter was just we were not able to catch our breath in that first quarter, but things have kind of normalized here, even though the second quarter was high scoring as well. But this pace from the Hustle, I think, it's going to be one that you're going to have to come out and make some adjustments.
Well, and that's what they wanted to do. We asked the coaching staff from the Legends pregame, what's the key? And they said, bring your track shoes. That's what you saw as we take a look at our halftime highlights presented by Baylor Scott and White Health.
Yeah, and Miles Norris came out, and he was hot number 8 for the Hustle. As you see G.G. Jackson right there. Man, the way that they run, knocking down those open shots, but, man, they just apply so much pressure on you defensively.
Then you have the ball movement for Texas, something that allowed them to open bodies up at the rim, something that Texas really has gotten better at as the regular season has gone on. You got to give credit to Jordan Sears and then the athletes for taking advantage.
I think you were talking about it last night, about those guys, those role players, maybe some of your unsung heroes coming to tonight's game and having an impact. And you saw that from Kessler Edwards and the output that he had as well.
Here's the first half stats brought to you by In Touch Credit Union. And yes, those field goal percentages are not a typo. That is how highly contested this game has been to this point. Is there any thought of playing defense at this point in time for either side?
Not why. At this point, make your offense work for you. But, yeah, you have to get stops. I kid. You know, you have to get stops. You have to continue to rebound. At some point, the Legends were leading in that category, and then the hustle, they caught up.
And that's exactly what we're going to anticipate going into this third quarter. Maybe a little bit slower pace, but who knows? We've got ourselves an NBA G League game. It's unpredictable, night in, night out. Second half coming your way right after this.
When divorce is inevitable, you need an experienced and assertive family law attorney from the law firm of Bailey & Gallion to protect your rights. The emotions that come with a marital breakup can make it difficult to objectively determine what's in your best interest. You want proven family law attorneys to help you make the right decisions about custody, visitation, support, and property distribution. Let Bailey & Gallion, official law firm sponsor of the Texas Rangers, solve your legal puzzle. Call 800-LAW-OFFICE.
Farmers once used the moon to help predict the weather. 17th century farmers would plan for rain depending on whether a crescent moon was tilted up or down.
WFAA Weather Minds, sponsored by TXU Energy.
With TXU Energy, big energy savings are always at your fingertips. With a plan that gives you 100% free electricity all night, or a plan that gives you unlimited free EV charging, even a plan to help you make the most of your solar panels. TXU Energy.
Welcome to Legends Land, right here in Frisco, Texas. The greatest show on logo painted wood, where kids can be kids, where adults can unwind, where families can spend some good old-fashioned quality time, where prospects of today can turn into stars of tomorrow. And now is your chance to score the best seat in the house. Secure your tickets now. Texas Legends Basketball, your seat to the future.
Look, I got the new iPhone 16 Pro at Verizon. Apple Intelligence is pretty awesome.
Nice.
You can get it when you trade in any phone.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Now every phone can be the new iPhone 16 Pro at Verizon. Just trade in any phone in any condition and get iPhone 16 Pro on us. Only on Verizon.
It's the Baker Brothers replay. Team Baker Brothers really stopped that running toilet in its tracks. No more running toilets.
Now that's what I call a bathroom break.
Okay, Jimmy.
Call now to get this month's great deal from Baker Brothers.
Welcome to Legends Land, the greatest show on logo painted wood, where kids can be kids, where adults can unwind, where families can spend some good old-fashioned quality time. Texas Legends Basketball, your seat to the future.
Make the most of your season during the Kia Season of New Traditions sales event. Gift yourself some savings and visit your local Kia dealer today. Look out for these stickers to find great deals on vehicles backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty, so you can start new traditions for years to come. Get 1.9% APR for up to 60 months, plus $1,000 retail bonus cash on specially tagged 2025 Sportage and Sorrento vehicles.
Texas Legends Basketball, your seat to the future.
This game is presented by Sucker Punch Pickles, the trusted pickle choice of top athletes. And your local Kia dealer. Discover Kia's full lineup of stylish, innovative vehicles at kia.com.
Time for the start of the third quarter. 78-74, Memphis on top of Texas in Saturday night G League action. The first time these two teams will meet in two different games over the next 3 days. They play tonight and then Monday afternoon. Memphis will stay over for tomorrow. Alongside Heckma Harrison, I'm Kyle Yeomans. We were treated to a high-flying first half. Lots of lead changes, 15 to be exact. Lots of scoring as well. Highest scoring half for Texas this year. Not a ton of fouls between the two sides, so we'll keep an eye on that as it goes along. But Heckma, as we continue into this game, who has the advantage right now? Of course, Memphis is up by 4, but is there any true lean one way or the other? What's the feel of this one?
Well, I just feel like the Hustle are dictating the pace to the Legends as advertised, and the Legends have to come into their own. I think both of us kind of feel like, you know, who is this Legends team? They are playing above and beyond what we're used to seeing them do as far as the pace that they're playing with.
E.G. Jackson misses the outside jumper. Starters on the floor for both teams to start this third quarter. Williams, pump fake. Guarded closely by Pullen. He switches to his two-way teammate, and Gortman's three, no good. Remember, Texas hit their first 8 threes of the game. Since then, they've gone a little bit colder.
You call it,
a little bit.
Just a little bit.
They've hit 5 since then, but not nearly at as high of a clip. Williams, pump fake from Wheeler, and then he slings it to Edwards, who had another open look.
But that's a good read by Phil Wheeler, finding the right player to get that ball inside, outside too.
Yeah, you felt pretty good about the way that possession unfolded. That was kind of the thought process from Jordan Sears when looking and talking to his staff as they work their way back to the bench. They got to get a stop. That's one of their early mentalities. Cam Black, who's, of course, one of the architects for the defense from Texas, said we need to slow them down a little bit.
Well, thank God for the scheduling guys that said that they needed a break in between these games and didn't schedule them on back-to-backs because of the pace of the Hustle.
Wheeler has all day, could have set up a tent in the corner, and sometimes you're too open.
And that's exactly what that is. That was right there. He took 2 steps back to ensure that it was a three-pointer.
I'll make that same excuse for missing that shot that I missed early on.
I think you're a little different.
I was wide open. Too open.
I like how you snuck that in there, but not so fast.
Now Gortman, jump stop in the lane. He did that a couple times last night en route to a career-high 30 points. Timeout called by Memphis. Gortman jump stop in the lane. Neither team with the same type of rhythm. We had 40 points combined between the two by this point in the first quarter. We're getting started in the third.
Make the most of your season during the Kia Season of New Traditions sales event. Gift yourself some savings and visit your local Kia dealer today. Look out for these stickers to find great deals on vehicles backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty, so you can start new traditions for years to come. Get 1.9% APR for up to 60 months, plus $1,000 retail bonus cash on specially tagged 2025 Sportage and Sorrento vehicles.
Look, I got the new iPhone 16 Pro at Verizon. Apple Intelligence is pretty awesome.
Nice.
You can get it when you trade in any phone.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Now every phone can be the new iPhone 16 Pro at Verizon. Just trade in any phone in any condition and get iPhone 16 Pro on us. Only on Verizon.
They said I have to take tests when they tell me to.
They said my degree would cost a fortune.
But I didn't have to listen to them.
Because I have a university that listens to me.
Tests on your time, courses on your time, graduate on your time. WGU, the University of You.
Take a look at that beauty. That's a Kia. One of the beautiful Kia vehicles that you could possibly win this season by completing the Kia Car Giveaway Challenge. Be here, be rowdy, and you just might drive home in a new car from Kia.
I'm going to figure out how they can hoist me up in that thing. Have me lift me
There
down.
has been talk of a GoPro being placed up there.
Is that right?
Camera. You know how they have the sky cam for some of these basketball and football games?
Yeah.
Just put a sky cam up there. Call it the Kia cam.
Hey, Jamarian Sharp could install that for you.
Yeah, he wouldn't even have to get on his tippy toes.
No. No ladder needed.
7'5" Sharp. He's still in the ball game, patrolling the paint. Didn't need him that time. He gets the rebound, but it was Edwards with the defense.
Hey, there you go. There's the update that you needed. The notification that some defense has been played, and that's coming from Kessler Edwards.
Just like the offense on this occasion. You talk about playing some defense after that wild first half. Legends are pitching a shutout right now all the way through.
It's weird to say that.
And that's an unforced turnover. Baycott over the top of the half-court mark.
The Hustle may need to go and check the locker room, go get their offense.
They left it behind?
They left it behind. They came out without it.
You come up with something new every night.
I don't know where I get it from.
It happens.
Maybe it's the pickle shots.
I've got a couple of those if you need one.
Well, we'll get a guy over here.
Make it happen after the game. See if they'll do it. Here goes Williams. Draws the foul.
Oh,
gets it to go.
Oh,
that looked like a little Kai influence.
But he's like he's suspended in the air. Look at this. It's like he's sitting down right here. That is beautiful.
Brandon Williams, 18 points. Is it possible to have a quiet 18, but also have a highlight reel filled 18? That's kind of what it's been.
I don't think that's been a quiet 18. He has been putting on a show out here.
Same thing can be said for Jackson. Pushes outside for Poland.
Pick comes from Baycott.
Poland skip pass. Kawamura lost it in the paint. They're going to call a late foul here. Up against Tyson Walker. He doesn't appreciate the call. That's his third personal foul.
That little smirk from number 14. He still gets carded at stores, man. This guy,
you think so?
He looks about
He was a 5-year
14
veteran
years old
at Michigan State. He played a long time in East Lansing.
Yeah, he did.
By that point, they just knew his face. They didn't need to card him.
Maybe around East Lansing, around here in Frisco, he gets carded.
You think so?
Yeah.
Would you tell that to his youthful face?
Yeah.
You would? Okay.
Yeah.
We'll see if we can get him over here after.
Come on now.
Take a pickle shot with Tyson Walker. Wide open for Kessler Edwards. Missed it. Guess who? Phil Wheeler.
Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. I don't even know if Wheeler got his hands up on it. Maybe a quick tip and it goes in off the glass.
Phil Wheeler is Mr. Right on the spot. How about this feed ahead?
Wow.
Edwards to a cutter. Phil Wheeler with the backward slam.
And the smile at the bench from Big Phil.
Feels like this is a weight lifted off of the Texas Legends' shoulders. Remember, they've struggled to hit 100 points in their average this season. This is a welcome sight for a team that has really predicated off of defense. They get into this track meet between the two, and Phil Wheeler has taken full advantage.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about on that last tip. Miles Norris had his hand in there as well, but man, this dunk is just the cherry on top.
Wheeler just has that innate ability to know where the basketball's headed, right?
Yeah, he does.
He just is gravitating toward it at all times.
Really uncanny the way that he does that. Knows how the ball is going to come off the rim. He's right there.
Just a smart player.
I mean, Kyle, look at the way, I mean, the crossover, everything that he's doing. For me, for Brandon Williams,
I think it's carbon copy.
I really don't want to compare. I don't like to do it.
And there's no comparison, but you can see
the influence
from it. That's a great way to put it.
Unbelievable.
It is. It's impressive, and you can see he's been working on it. And if you ask B-Will, if you ask him, we might get a chance to after the game. But if you ask him about the influence that Kai has had, it's there. He loves to talk about how much he's learned from guys like Kyrie and Luka. Heard the same thing from some of these other guys. Kessler Edwards learning from P.J. Washington, learning from some of the other players on that Mavericks roster that have been around the NBA for quite some time. Sharp at the high post. Roll around, Pick and roll. It's hard to stop a 7'5" freight train on the pick and roll.
No, you just let him do his thing. Once he gets up in the air, he's there. There's another. That's another one. Back to the popcorn machine.
They're handing out popcorn on that front row. They better watch out. They might spill the popcorn if Jamarian Sharp has anything to say about it, because there's a basketball headed that direction shortly.
A great job on the pick and roll. They hadn't been able to find him, but way to connect with the big man.
Hustle off the baseline following the block. Aycott shuffles to Pullen. Pullen wants the drive to the short corner. Dumps it off for the lay-in try. Foul.
I think what they don't.
Sharp didn't like the whistle, but it's the case.
Didn't agree with it because it was late.
And Jamarian Sharp will get the benefit of a coach's challenge. Jordan Sears wants to back up his 7'5" post. Was it a block? Was it a foul? We'll find out right after this.
Make the most of your season during the Kia Season of New Traditions sales event. Gift yourself some savings and visit your local Kia dealer today. Look out for these stickers to find great deals on vehicles backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty, so you can start new traditions for years to come. Get 1.9% APR for up to 60 months, plus 1,000 retail bonus cash on specially tagged 2025 Sportage and Sorrento vehicles.
Welcome to Legends Land, right here in Frisco, Texas. The greatest show on logo painted wood, where kids can be kids, where adults can unwind, where families can spend some good old-fashioned quality time, where prospects of today can turn into stars of tomorrow. And now is your chance to score the best seat in the house. Secure your tickets now. Texas Legends Basketball, your seat to the future.
Jordan Sears challenges the call on the floor, which stands as a foul on Jamarian Sharp. G.G. Jackson II, the NBA product out of South Carolina, driving to the hoop. Sharp misdirects the shot late. What do you think here, Heckman?
You see the pass in the paint, and G.G. Jackson goes up, and really it's kind of touch and go right here from Jamarian Sharp. If they get him on anything, maybe it's the left hand into the small of the back of Jackson. Other than that, I didn't see much on the block.
It's hard to tell from that angle. So even if they do make a change, it would be probably from a different angle. Our officiating crew tonight: Claudia Mula, Blanca Burns, and then Coco Sanchez Carrizales, the three officials in this one. Mula and Sanchez Carrizales were both here last night, with the one change being Blanca Burns that's in the fold for this crew here on a Saturday night in Frisco.
Maybe get an opportunity to get an explanation.
We'll see what they say over the top after the case.
They're gonna call, no call.
No foul.
No, yeah.
So they say it is a successful challenge. Yes. And that should be a Legends inbound, correct?
Yeah, should be.
Based off of that. So another block. Tabit to Jamarian Sharp.
A great challenge there by Jordan Sears.
Just based off the one look we had, I'm almost certain they may have had a different angle to confirm that as the case. It's a big possession for Texas. I know points have not necessarily been hard to come by in this one, but anytime you can hold on to a lead here in the second half, that's going to bode well for their success moving forward. Tyson Walker having a conversation as the Memphis bench and T.C. Swirsky get another explanation. Walker, Holden, Williams, Wheeler, Sharp on the floor for Texas, where it's Stewart, Baycott, Norris, Pullen, and G.G. Jackson for Memphis.
And quietly on the other side for the Hustle, Miles Norris has been having himself in a game with 16. You're talking about quiet points.
He's hit 4 threes. He's 6 of 10 from the field. Searching for him now. There's Norris. To Jackson driving on Wheeler. Lost the dribble initially. Picks it back up. Turn around. Short. Another rebound for Sharp, who's really put his stamp on this third quarter so far. Williams left his defender in the dust. Had him on skates, but misses the three.
There you go again. Maybe too open. Other shot off from three-point land. But you're right about Sharp. Running the floor well and great rebound.
There's a battle. Baycott and Sharp. Two of the better collegiate posts that we've seen over the last few years. Baycott in the ACC. Sharp, who was a two-time blocks leader with the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers before transferring to Ole Miss. There's Norris all alone on the trailer three, and another one rims out. Memphis has gone exceptionally cold.
A rare miss there from Norris.
Walker works around Stewart in a bit of traffic. Takes off. Finds Holden. One to shoot. B-Will got it off in time, but it's far too strong. That should have been a shot clock violation. It never hit the rim or even got close, but the refs didn't call a stoppage of play. They allowed the Hustle to keep running.
And you don't see that too often, and that's why all of the players for the Legends stopped. They thought that there was going to be a clock violation.
It was pretty clearly a violation. Lucky for Texas, they did have the players get back and play in transition. That could have been a lot scarier if not. Memphis down by 1. Have an opportunity at possibly the 17th lead change, and that's what they do convert on. Baycott lays it in.
Yeah, that's just way too easy for Armando. Got to get a body on him. I know Sharp is out of the game, but you got to match that physicality. You match it right there. You got Alatiche back in the game.
And that was some quickness from Alatiche. Stewart spins on Walker, cut off by Holden on the low block. Cross-court pass, setting things up for three. Pullen pulls the trigger, but misses here. Final 4 minutes of the third. This is a game where we talked about the three-point prowess from both teams. Texas without Jared Lucas, the only player on their entire roster that's not available tonight. They're missing Jared Lucas in a game like this where they can continue trading three-point tries back and forth. He's about as streaky of a shooter as you'll ever see.
And a guy that doesn't need the ball in his hands. You can find him on his spots. He catches and releases better than anybody. I always talk about that when Lucas is in the game.
Had him on the broadcast last night. Excited to get him back in the fold. I asked him after the fact, when are you back and able to go? He said, hopefully Monday. So might see Lucas back in the game against the Hustle for an MLK Day matchup. Another stop from Texas. It's been a far less scoring heavy quarter.
You're looking at only 11 right now for the Hustle. Who are these guys?
Only 25 points combined between the two sides in this frame. Remember, they had 25 points each at the halfway point
of the first quarter. Yeah, it's weird to even fathom.
At that point, what did you say the combined final score would have been? They would have kept the pace from the first 6 minutes of the game. It was 24-23 in the first 6 minutes. That means the final score would have been 192 to 168.
And we're safe that won't happen tonight.
Not the case any longer. Jordan Sears said he wanted to get to 100. It appears that will happen. They've already surpassed the points per game allowed last night. They allowed 86 against the Oklahoma City Blue in a win, and they're 4 points away from matching their entire output from last night.
What I'm starting to enjoy is the development of Alatiche. See, he is not just a one-trick pony and a putback guy. He has incorporated some moves as well.
Foul on Powell. Justin Powell picks up his first foul of the day. Only a couple of legends with multiple fouls to their total. Walker, Holden, and Jamarian Sharp with 2 as well. Smith goes to the line. Misses the free throw, and Edwards will secure it. Gortman backing down against Malachi Smith. Skip pass, miss, handled by Holden. The pass was on the money.
Oh, yes, it was. Man, a great read by Gortman. Just Holden not able to hold on.
He'll check out. Maybe a bit of frustration there from Tanner. Final moments of this third quarter. That one blocked by Alatiche. They'll call the goaltend. That's pretty textbook goaltend. These officials know how to call it.
Yeah, they do. And TJ Stewart with another one of those savvy moves.
Of course, I'm referencing what happened in New Orleans a couple nights ago.
I know.
Now this one poked away. Extra fast break pass. That's not a goaltend. That's a block from Walker. Now Texas wants to return the favor. Alatiche is fouled as he tried to pass it out.
Yeah, they're going to get Nathaniel Hinton on the push. And good job by the big man. Alatiche running the floor. He got up in the air and got lost. Nowhere to go with that pass, but fortunately the foul came before it.
Alatiche has sneakily been a key for Texas both last night and tonight. He's got 8 points, 12 rebounds from last night. Tonight he has 6 points and 9 rebounds. He just continues to play good defense. He continues to attack the board, as now T.C. Swirsky wants to challenge the call on the floor as a foul before the pass attempt.
He may have a point there.
You think so?
Yeah, he may. I can't wait to see the replay, but you saw that initially from the hustle from Alatiche. Like I said, he was in the air.
We've already seen one successful challenge. It was off of the Texas sideline. Jordan Sears challenging a foul called on Jamarian Sharp in the post. And now it's the opposite being the case, as our 3 officials will go take a look at the monitor again. Here's what they're looking at.
See him off to the races there. Alatiche off his feet, and the pass comes, and they get the foul on Hinton again. Then maybe have another angle.
Looks like that's the same angle they're looking at the moment.
Oh, here's a better one.
Yeah, this is probably going to be your best look.
No, there's a foul.
He kind of hit him in the face there, and there's a lot of contact there.
I think this one's gonna stand.
I think so as well. After taking a look at it, that was pretty quick from these officials to put the headset down. So maybe they're seeing the same thing we are.
Yeah, it's like you could have called 2 fouls.
It's been the tale of 2 halves so far. You hear that term floated around from time to time, but this has really been the case after 2 teams combined for 150 points in the first half. Now you've seen it come to a screeching halt in the third. This has been more of the game that Texas has wanted to play, but yet they're down by 5, largest lead so far.
But that's okay. I think they're in their wheelhouse now, and it bodes well for them if they continue to play at this pace because now they just have to knock down those open shots. But don't look now, Kyle. I think someone on the other side of the court is about to break your wife's pickle eating.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah. The contest is...
First off, there's no context for someone who didn't tune in last night. Just to say it that way. Let's
I'm sorry.
Be completely clear here. Bring some context. There was a pickle eating contest last night.
Yes.
Now they've got one going on across the floor during a coach's challenge. There's a look at, they've got a Legends dancer also competing in this pickle eating contest. Last night, my wife was the one that won, but 10.
No, I think her record is good.
We'll have to go to official review. We just had a coach's challenge. Now we've got a broadcaster's challenge to see whether or not it still stands. They called it a they confirmed the foul. Call confirmed. It's an unsuccessful challenge from TC Swirsky in Memphis. Legends retain possession. Brandon Williams tips it back to Gortman. Gortman lofts it up to Loizo Atiche for the backward slam off the alley-oop.
How in the world was he able to grasp that and dunk it?
It was a broken play. Then they tipped from one two-way to the other, and then just a money pass down low. Give credit to Atiche for taking off when he did to slam it down. There's the broken play, and then Gortman saw the cut.
And then the shot clock is ticking down. Great pass by my man Gortman to Atiche.
It was either now or never on that moment. Now a foul on the other side. Puts Kawamura at the line, and he drills the free throw.
And Tyson Walker did not agree with that foul on Kawamura.
Kawamura now with 15 points. Atiche again.
Guys, we've been talking about.
He's been all over the floor here.
Absolutely, running the floor, and great reward for the big man.
Brandon Williams with his 8th assist of the game too. Look at the feed.
Oh, no look pass. Yes, sir.
He's fun to watch. Texas with Brandon Williams, 2nd year in a row. And I don't know if the fans here really appreciate what they have with Brandon Williams. I know some of the Mavs faithful out there is starting to really take a look and see exactly what they have with Brandon Williams. He's shown out in those games with Dallas this season. But boy, at the G League level, he is special.
No, I think everybody here appreciates what Dan does.
Sure. 18 points, 8 assists right now. Kawamura over Edwards. That goes over the backboard. That's out of play. Late whistle, but they will get the call correct.
Where I'm from, we call that brick.
I think they call it here that here too.
They call it brick?
As far as I know. Texas with about a 3-second difference. Gortman guarded by Stewart. They're going to take this clock all the way down. They've done this throughout the season. Gortman pump fake. Edwards wants the drive. He now looks back to Williams. Williams to Walker. Ball movement outside for Gortman at the end of the shot clock. Missed it. Tip back, no good. Second try off the mark as well. And Memphis secures a stop and a lead to conclude the 3rd quarter.
Man, that pace favored the Legends. If they can continue with this pace and knock down shots, I think they can make things interesting going into this 4th.
Tis the season when money is tight, but you could get up to $10,000 using your car title. I got $2,800 with my car title from Title Max. Skip the holiday bustle, get money in as little as 30 minutes.
I got $8,700 with my car title from Title Max.
And best of all, keep driving your vehicle while getting the cash you need. All makes and models welcome. Visit TitleMax.com today to get started, and you'll say, I got my title back with Title Max.
Get your title back with Title Max.
Being your own boss lets you work on your terms. With Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Texas, you can find the best coverage for your needs and schedule. Open enrollment is here. Call 800-488-0200 or visit signupnowtx.com. Get in-person or virtual doctor visits, plus $0 annual checkups. You may find a plan as low as $10 a month with financial help. Enroll now for coverage centered around you. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Texas. Through it all.
Hey there, Legends Nation. Coach Byron here, and I'm standing in the newly renovated Comerica Center, home of your Texas Legends. But do you think we did all these renovations for our players? No. We did these renovations for your camper to be able to experience camp right here on this professional hardwood court. That's right. Every Saturday game day, we're going to have a youth camp 1 to 4, ages 9 to 14. So come on out here, have some fun with Coach Byron, and oh yeah, when you sign up, you'll get tickets for you and your family to that night's game. Come on out. See you there.
They said I have to take tests when they tell me to.
They said my degree would cost a fortune.
But I didn't have to listen to them.
Because I have a university that listens to me.
Tests on your time, courses on your time, graduate on your time. WGU, the University of You.
Oh, look at the polar plunge.
Wow.
One of the brand new inflatables inside the Southern Star Fun Zone. We talked about this last night. You've been intimidated by the shark inflatable that was in the Southern Star Fun Zone throughout the season. But we explained to the viewers last night that you have a fear of bears.
Yes.
Archotophobia is the fear of bears. So not only do you have to deal with the polar plunge, but you've got the Memphis Hustle, which is the G League affiliate of the Memphis Grizzlies.
Unbelievable.
And you still showed up to work today. I'm proud of you, Heckma.
You know what? Usually friends, when you tell them that you're afraid of something, they don't rub it in and they don't keep it going. I got Ken Jones in my ear telling me about my fear of bears and adding a name to it. Archotophobia, I never heard of that. Thank you.
Now you have. You can add it to the repertoire.
Jeez.
Here's the thing. I don't know what type of friends you have, but I think every friend would continue to harp on this.
So arachnophobia is fear of spiders.
Spiders.
I wouldn't bring a spider in here and put it on your desk.
I'm not afraid of spiders.
Interesting.
Ken is afraid of spiders.
Good to know now.
Producer
Good to know now.
15 years of doing Texas Legends basketball? Question mark. It's depending on how long the Legends have been around. Ken Jones has been here from the beginning, a true legend in his own right, leading our fearless crew throughout the year. And coming up with terminology like archotophobia.
Ken Jones. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
We got ourselves a really fun conclusion on the way for this one.
Couldn't have asked for a better game.
No
than
doubt.
the one we got right now. And the pace that we came in, we talked about this pregame and what we expected to see from the Hustle. I think it is not at all what we expected. This has been back and forth. Hey, the oxygen tank over here.
Williams lofts it up for Jamarian Sharp, and that's how the scoring gets started for Texas in the fourth.
Yeah, great contribution this entire game from Williams.
Let's take a look at some of the numbers after this air ball from Kawamura. So between the two teams, a combined 194 points. Got it?
Yeah. Pretty
high quality, high scoring affair. Neither team, despite as much scoring and as much back and forth as we've had, has led by more than 7 points.
Wow.
We've been at least a 2-possession ball game for 99% of this game. That's how close it's been. Not to mention we've had 14 ties, this being the 14th. The next lead change will be the 20th lead change. And we've still got a whole 11 minutes left to play.
You know what that sounds like to me? Overtime on the horizon.
Oh. An interesting call there, Mr. Archotophobia.
Hey, what's fear of overtime?
That's otophobia.
Otophobia. It's another cameraman gets taken out.
Our crew sits in and takes every shot very seriously. Camera shot and a physical shot. That's Tim down there on the baseline. We talked about Robbie taking a shot earlier as B. Will misses the free throw. Brandon Williams, a rare miss from the stripe.
Just realized that those guys had a specialized chair that they're sitting in. I'm like, those guys' abs have got to be really strong.
There's a floater in the lane. Kamani Johnson, 26-year-old out of Arkansas.
Yeah.
Edwards, oh, it was almost stripped by Nathaniel Hinton. He would have been off to the races.
Well, that pass was telegraphed from the beginning, and 14 just in the right place, right time, just not able to finish the deal.
Hinton, the former Dallas Maverick. He's a pickpocket artist. He has 38 steals this year, averages nearly 2 a game. He was all G League defensive team last year during his time at the second level. Outside for Edwards, missed it, and a mistimed jump from Wheeler. He could have tipped that, but it might have been a goaltend on the offensive side.
And it felt like he was in the air forever. Not able to finish it.
Kawamura's high arcing three drops.
How about that for some confidence, man? I talked about him bricking one, then the air ball comes, and finally.
18 points for Kawamura. One thing you can tell between these two, and of course last night we had a bit of a rivalry feel to it. Texas and Oklahoma City on the same night that the Mavs and the Thunder were playing. You kind of had that back and forth, some chippiness. It was the fourth time those teams had played. Doesn't feel that way tonight. Not a ton of chippiness so far.
Well,
some competitive nature, as Sharp has called for the foul. But neither team really losing their temper or getting overly frustrated at this point in time.
Well, it hadn't been a lot of fouls called.
True.
Either. So hadn't got an opportunity to be chippy. It hadn't been physical in nature. A lot of jump shots.
More of a finesse game as opposed to a slugfest.
Wow, that's pretty.
Speaking of finesse, Kawamura fadeaway in the mid-range. This is the largest lead for Memphis, up by 7.
Just not intimidated by the height of Sharp. The step back with the arc and knocking it down.
Williams needs a bucket for Texas. Instead, he turns it over right to Malachi Smith. Smith wants to go coast to coast. Swings it around to Kawamura again, who's taken over here in the fourth. Smith into the corner, and they reset for the hustle. Kawamura with a crafty pass into the corner. Nathaniel Hinton drills it, but that was all set up off the feed from the two-way prospect Kawamura.
Yeah, putting on the show and great vision from number 7. Just passing off on a defender and behind the back pass.
Lease a new 2025 K4 LXS for $209 a month.
Look, I got the new iPhone 16 Pro at Verizon. Apple Intelligence is pretty awesome.
Nice.
You can get it when you trade in any phone.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Now every phone can be the new iPhone 16 Pro at Verizon. Just trade in any phone in any condition and get iPhone 16 Pro on us. Only on Verizon.
It's the Baker Brothers replay. Team Baker Brothers really stopped that running toilet in its tracks. No more running toilets.
Now that's what I call a bathroom break.
Okay, Jimmy.
Call now to get this month's great deal from Baker Brothers.
Let's take a look at our upcoming schedule by the Texas Legends. They've got one more game in this homestand as they welcome in this very same Memphis Hustle team for a mid-afternoon matchup. Monday afternoon, MLK Day. Come spend the holiday with us here at Comerica Center. And then it's a West Coast road swing, taking on the Stockton Kings, the leaders in the Eastern Conference, or excuse me, the Western Conference at the moment with a 7-2 record. Then they take on the 1-6 South Bay Lakers. You might know a familiar name on that South Bay team that goes by the name of Bronny James.
Yeah, good genes, that kid.
Yeah, he certainly does. Some of the best in basketball history. Now, you can watch some of these games on, all of these games on the Urban Edge Network, some of which right here on KFAA Channel 29.
These guys finally getting back home, trying to make a home court stand, and then all of a sudden they hit the road for a minute out on the West Coast.
This is a crucial three-game stretch from Texas. They started it on the right foot last night, 94-86 in a win over OKC. Struggling right now after they've gone scoreless. And the Hustle have gone on a 10-0 run to create the first double-digit lead of the day.
Well, in that third quarter, we were talking about the Hustle and them leaving their offense in the locker room. They found it.
First team to the century mark. Alatiche fighting for the loose ball inside. It leaks out to Malachi Smith. Smith guarded by Edwards.
Yeah, bad time to go cold right now for the Legends.
Spinner, Johnson ripped away by Alatiche. Williams wants to run with it, has Gortman as a running mate. Kicks it to him in the corner. Jazzy and Gortman missed it. This one out of control, poked away by Alatiche initially. Even on a great look like that, Texas still misses the shot. Remember how we talked about how they had hit those 5 threes after starting 8 for 8? They've missed their last 9 from the three-point line.
Wow.
Not a great time to go cold.
No, not now. Not now, especially with the first 10-point lead here by the Hustle. This has been a game that's been so back and forth, and we've been used to the Legends at least answering after 3 points. We hadn't seen that.
Good news for Texas is they have put up some great numbers so far. All 5 players on the floor, with the exception of Tyson Walker now, have 10 points. He'll have 10 if he knocks that down. Now the Texas Legends have missed their last 10 from three-point land.
Yeah, going stone cold in situations like this. You want to try and find those points in the paint. If you're not falling on the perimeter, get to the easy stuff. But offensively, this pace has just been favoring shooting jump shots because it's been so much up and down.
The Legends defense has turned it back up, forcing a couple stops in a row. That'll be another one.
Wow, what a matchup between these two. Kamani Johnson, what a shot to the face. Alatiche.
Yeah, Alatiche bleeding.
Yeah, he might have lost a tooth.
Oh, that's not good. Hopefully that's not the case. He's definitely dealing with it at the moment.
Yeah.
They'll pause this, and they'll probably take a look at it as well. We saw this last night. Kessler Edwards took a hit to the face from Jamias Ramsey of Oklahoma City. That's an upward trajectory. I don't know if that's intentional, but there was a lot of flailing there.
But here's the thing, the history, if you've been watching this game between them before this play, there was Alatiche stole the ball from Williams. He was upset about it, petitions to the refs about it, and then it comes back, and then you have this. So a little bit of frustration right there by Johnson.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. There's not a natural motion where both of your hands go up in the air like that. He's trying to break through the arm and draw contact, but I could see that being a flagrant. We'll see what the officials come up with, but this is a pretty hefty lick for Alatiche either way.
Really not a lot of contact either from Alatiche across the arms. I mean,
no, he did
admittedly,
a good job of staying off.
Yeah. As you see it right here with the follow-through with the ball.
This is a crucial play. Think about it. Texas has been cold. They've given up this 10-0 run. It was once tied at 97. And Memphis has jumped out to this lead. This would be a chance to cut the run. And now see what you can do
with the basketball following.
But what I hate to see is Alatiche go out of the game.
Yeah, hopefully he's okay and ready to return. Could be something significant if he misses any time down the stretch, because he's been crucial. He's been key to Texas being either in the lead or in this game throughout.
But also his defense. Uh-oh. Not going to add any context to that.
Not this time. So here you go. Awaiting the explanation from our officials. Texas, just based off of the body language, maybe not happy with the call. And it appears we are going to have a technical foul on Kamani Johnson. Alatiche has left the Legends bench. He's on his way to the locker room. Not a great sign for Texas.
You think they got it right?
It could have gone either way. Either way, I see it. If you're Memphis, you're talking about trying to draw contact. You're exploding through, and that's where the follow-through came from. I could see a flagrant two or the technical foul there just because of how much extra there was after the fact.
If I didn't see the play prior to that, I wouldn't have thought it. But
you needed context too.
I mean,
sure.
I saw that, and there was some frustration brewing there from Johnson.
Catch and shoot out of the corner. That's a big three from Nathaniel Hinton. The former Maverick making his presence felt. There's a drive from B-Will, had it smacked out of his hand by Baycott.
And a good play design there by Jordan Sears. With the ball into the hands of his playmaker, just not able to finish, was Brandon Williams.
Still a lot of game left to be played.
Yes.
This pace, more so what Texas has dealt with throughout, as Williams is fouled on the mid-range jumper. Gets it to go from the elbow, and he has a free throw on the way. But you need more output like that and to try and find that rhythm again. Texas doesn't have that same level of confidence they had in the first half.
Just trying to find a way to dig in and way to get hitched to the wagon of a guy like Brandon Williams. Him finishing this play, obviously with the free throws, is going to be big as far as the momentum swing here for the Legends.
He's 1 for 3 from the free throw line. Hasn't been a great night shooting from the stripe for really either side. Memphis is 5 of 10 from the free throw line, and Texas also 50%, 6 of 12.
And here's the hustle slowing down a little bit, getting into a half-court set.
Texas needs a stop to keep the run alive. Stewart works off, found the separation. You can't allow DJ Stewart to have that much room.
That is the wrong guy to give a cushion to. He read that pick and roll perfectly and drains the shot.
Sharp and Baycott on the high post. Work around for Wheeler. Wheeler keeps it high through the lane.
Texas has made their last 4 from the field. But can they compound it with the defensive end? Still trailing by 9. On fake, Smith gets Sharp to leave his feet. That's just a missed jump from Darian Sharp.
And what a difference in philosophy for Swirsky here in the fourth quarter. They're slowing the pace down intentionally.
Edwards gets the friendly roll. He ties his career high with 18.
And this is what we've seen from the Legends in the first half, in the third quarter, and them responding to those made baskets.
Yeah, this feels like the first quarter. Both teams making their shots down the stretch. Except for Stewart, Sharp with the carom. A lot of time left, no need to rush, settle for the right shot. That's exactly what Jordan Sears is preaching. You can't do that, though.
Now, lazy pass there by Wheeler.
Norris takes the contact, but misses the low floater. Edwards running ahead of the pack. Toss to Walker. He'll reset up top for Williams. Williams to the posted up Edwards. Kessler Edwards too strong in the lane, but he missed it.
Didn't get the bounce, but man had the height advantage over Bullen.
That was a pretty look from Edwards. Did everything right to set it all up.
To go back to it. Say if you're not knocking down those perimeter shots, getting inside and having a guy post up like that, I think bodes well for the Legends.
We'll see what they do coming back from break. We've got 4 minutes and 33 seconds remaining in this one. Texas trailing by 8.
Bring home the toys that make memories and get them smiling. NFM has the holidays' hottest gifts at the best prices of the season. Lego, Fisher-Price, Barbie, Hot Wheels, Hasbro. Find toys for all ages with our incredible in-stock selection all in one store. Right now, get $10 off $50 toy purchases. Shop your way and save time with free shipping on qualifying toy purchases, plus convenient pickup. Make your holidays more magical. Big selection, big savings. Only at NFM.
Make the most of your season during the Kia Season of New Traditions sales event. Gift yourself some savings and visit your local Kia dealer today. Look out for these stickers to find great deals on vehicles backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty, so you can start new traditions for years to come. Get 1.9% APR for up to 60 months, plus $1,000 retail bonus cash on specially tagged 2025 Sportage and Sorrento vehicles.
We've got a couple of great drives to choose from for our Kia drive of the game, but none better than this one. Off of the block from Jamarian Sharp. Look at the feed from Brandon Williams to Kessler Edwards, then backdoor cut to Phil Wheeler.
Yeah, two really great passes right there, and the vision from Edwards to find Wheeler, and Wheeler with the finish.
It's almost like you can see the laser vision from Brandon Williams seeping through the trees. Lots of muddy waters going through the middle of the floor, and he just waited for the perfect moment to strike and push that ball ahead.
But he's done that a couple of times tonight on passes. Like, you ask yourself, how did he see that?
They're going to need it here in the final 4.5, down by 8. Memphis at 2-4 this season, trying to get back within a game of 500. Texas has the same at stake. A win would push them to 4-5 within a game of 500, and then a win on Monday would put whichever team wins tonight right back even. One thing that Texas has not done this year is secure a sweep on a back-to-back or on the road. They've done it at home, haven't done it on the road yet. This would not be technically a back-to-back with a day in between, but it would still have the same effect on the standings. That would go a long way to get to 5-5.
Yeah, we've been talking about it these last couple of days, how big this three-game stretch is here at home. Getting a win here tonight after winning yesterday.
Stewart cut off quickly by Walker. Just 4 to shoot. This one all the way up top. Stewart with a contested jumper. Well off the mark, and Wheeler is there. Here's the door open for Texas.
Wondering, will the Legends put the foot on the pedal?
That's one way to do it.
That's it right there. Put the foot on the pedal and find the big man down low by the alley.
Texas down by 4 and closing the gap. Timeout Memphis. They feel that pressure as we take a look at the alley-oop.
Yeah, and you just find the big man at the right place, right time. Look at him running the floor. You see the hand up. That means it's good, baby.
It's almost impossible to stop, first off, when he does get a full head of steam. But when you see a gap like that, if you're Jamarian Sharp, you're setting up at the top of the key, and you flash that 7'5" hand up top, you better get the pass.
Yeah, everybody sees it.
But you can't stop it.
Yeah, but you absolutely can't stop it, especially when the ball is in the air. Who's jumping with a guy like that at 7'5"?
Couple people can.
But not everyone on the planet can do such a thing. We saw Jamias Ramsey jump with him last night, but he's such a defensive presence.
Wow.
Currently the league leader in blocks. And ask me if I'm shocked at that stat.
No.
Anytime he's really been healthy, he's been the shot blocking leader of whatever league he's playing in.
And it's good to see him and Alatiche on the floor at the same time.
That is a defensive duo.
What's not good is Brandon Williams is out.
Memphis looking for their first make in about 2 minutes, and that's exactly what DJ Stewart does here.
So you asked for it, you got it, and also Brandon Williams is off the bench.
That was quick.
Yeah.
Just a quick breather, catch your breath for a moment, and then get back for the ready charge. Here goes Gortman trying to set up in rhythm. Give and go from Alatiche to Gortman off balance. Would have liked to see him set the feet there and take a shot. Here goes Baycott working on Sharp. Squeezed outside, but he threw it away.
Throws the ball away, and boy, I hadn't seen the Hustle make many of those mistakes, but they did here in the fourth quarter. They slowed the pace down, and you saw them trying to go back quick after that missed shot.
Yeah, that's only their 12th turnover of the game compared to 18 for Texas. Memphis has scored 23 points off of those 18 turnovers for Texas, whereas the Legends have only secured 13. They can increase that number here. Gortman gets around a defender, cut off by Baycott. Great rotation from the former Tar Heel.
How does Gortman do that? He stops on a dime. We saw that last night.
Williams running out of time. Oh, what a take to the low block from Brandon Williams, right on cue.
Man, a circus shot from Brandon Williams. How does he get that to fall?
Baycott out of the corner. Not the shot that he wanted to take, but he'll live with it. Williams all the way inside. That's too much from B-Will.
That's so pretty.
25 points, and it's back to a one-possession game.
Man, when there is blood in the water, Brandon Williams will finish the deal.
We saw
two finishes in a row from him.
Exactly. We saw it from Kawamura, one of the other two ways. That should have been a travel. The officials missed it. Jackson picked up the pivot foot, got it to Baycott for the slam.
Interesting. Minute 44 here.
B-Will back to Sharp. He pauses.
Lost.
He would have kept the momentum going. It would have been tough. Here goes Gortman. Into the corner. Catch, shoot, hesitation. B-Will missed it.
He double clutched it.
There's Sharp. Up top, open. Kessler Edwards, 3! 1-point game with under 90 seconds left.
And this has been this entire game for the Legends. Finding a way to get shots to go down in clutch moments.
Chance to tie or take the lead on this possession. Once down by 12 here in the fourth quarter. Brandon Williams, the Mavericks two-way to Sharp, all the way to the cup. Jamarian Sharp gives Texas the lead. 119-118, timeout Memphis.
Give the big man the ball when he is running the floor like that, and way to reward your guys. Brandon Williams all game long, man, with the vision and finding Jamarian Sharp.
Jamarian Sharp now into double figures. He has a dozen points to go along with 7 rebounds. 6 of 7 from the field. And when they've needed the defense the most, give credit to Sharp, give credit to the rotation from the guard spot, but also you got to shine a light on Alatiche.
No, Alatiche, he has absolutely been clutch defensively, guarding the bigs down low, getting rebounds and steals as well. And he took a gnarly shot to the face and got right back in the ball game, showing toughness also.
There's the X factor right there. All this two-way talent, all the NBA talent on the floor with guys like Gortman, Edwards, Williams, Kawamura, Jackson, Pullen. Those guys are great, don't get me wrong, but Jamarian Sharp, it's hard to stop a guy like that. Here we go, final 50 seconds. Memphis looking for an answer. Work around, Jackson lost the footing, got it back, splits a couple defenders, the corner three off the mark, but an offensive rebound is out to Poland. Kawamura has been electric tonight. His three no good, and Williams finds the rebound. And finally a foul called as Williams gets hacked.
Man, talk about not being able to buy a basket. It's some encouragement for the referees over here on the sideline to call the foul.
It's getting loud in here. Fans really getting into it, starting to come unglued from the Legends faithful. Williams to the stripe. Remember, he hasn't had the best day from the free throw line, but with under 2 minutes to play, he'll get multiple shots at this thing. 26 points as his day continues to grow.
Biggest thing about this, after the made basket, you have to make sure that you guard the perimeter. 29 seconds. I'm sure that the hustle are not trying to do anything too quick. As Swirsky calls another timeout.
This will advance the ball for Memphis, get it into that front court. Now, like you said, it's not going to be immediate. They won't go for the tie. So I think at this point in time, you're looking for a quick drive to the bucket, a quick two, and then Memphis would look to foul again and put Texas at the free throw line, right?
Yeah, here's the deal. That may put you in a little bit of trouble with Brandon Williams out here on the court, because look, let's say you make it 2 points.
Sure.
You're going to get the ball into Brandon Williams immediately. Or maybe try and get the ball into the hands of a better free throw shooter, but Brandon Williams is doing a pretty good job here down the stretch. He is the guy, one guy that I think, as far as his handles, if I'm Jordan Sears, that's something I can rely on, take to the bank, because he's been clutch for us.
Yeah, that's the go-to guy right now is Brandon Williams, whether he's at the free throw line or with the ball in his hands. Here in these final moments, if you're Memphis, who do you go to? Do you go to Kawamura, who's missed some shots late, but has been the guy to get you here, or do you try and find somebody else with a hot hand?
You know what, Miles Norris for me has been that player that has been so good, and at moments he's just kind of gotten lost on the court defensively for the Legends. They got to make sure that they keep a body on him, and they have Kessler Edwards on him now.
He has 16 points. Has made half his shots tonight. They roll it off for Jackson. Jackson will take on the drive. Back outside. Baycott open for the tie. Missed it. Another offensive rebound. Now it's Norris out of the corner. This one no good. And there's a foul on the floor with 14 seconds remaining. Multiple looks from Memphis, and they leave empty-handed for now. Here's a look at the foul on the inside after what was a crazy scenario.
Yeah, here's the missed shot, and this happens on the back end with Gigi.
Another one to Norris. Both great looks.
Wow,
couldn't really see the
Portman.
Couldn't really see the contact. Not enough to put the hustle at the free throw line. I think they're okay with that. Maybe Texas could foul here. That's exactly what they're going to do.
Use it.
Sharp got there quickly as soon as you saw Zion Poland receive possession. They went right at him. And that'll put him on the line.
How about this run here by the Legends, 23-8.
Wow. Yeah, it was 108-98. Now you're on your way here. So what is still a 2-point lead. Can cut it to 1, and then it becomes a free throw shooting contest, at least for one more possession.
Yes. Because they're going to foul immediately.
Crucial free throws down the stretch.
Both go for Poland. Timeout Texas. Jordan Sears wants to chat it with his bunch. We expected a fun one coming into this one. I don't know if we expected just as much entertainment as we received here on a Saturday night. And again, These two teams will meet again Monday afternoon. That's going to be must-watch television. I don't care who you are. If you're a basketball fan, this is great.
And you better hydrate for this one. Get plenty of massages, guys.
Get your sucker punch pickle hydration shots ready to roll.
But no matter what, I'm going to be proud of the way that the Legends have closed out the fourth quarter, man. When they were seemingly down and couldn't buy a bucket, all of a sudden they were able to get back on track offensively.
This game was tied at 97. And then Memphis jumped out to a 12-point advantage, the only double-figure advantage of the entire game for either team in the fourth quarter, midway through the frame, about 7 minutes left to play. And from that point forward, it's been all Texas square in the advantage. Memphis will look for the steal first, and then a foul.
Powell all the way back for Williams, and there's some heavy contact with Williamson. The entire Texas Legends bench trying to help up their two-way prospect.
Now you have to rely on, you talk about it's going to be a free throw shooting contest. Only 2 seconds off of the clock there on the inbound pass.
Now, 2 crucial free throws. Again, if you make them both from B-Will, then that gives the same scenario back to Texas.
Yes.
They can foul, put Memphis at the free throw line, force them to make their free throws. If not, if you miss one of the 2, Memphis can go down and run their entire offense and shoot either a 2 for the tie or a 3 for the win. So 2 big free throws, even with a 1-point lead right now for Brandon Williams at the stripe. Just under 11 seconds left. Memphis does not have any timeouts remaining to stop the clock or to talk about it off of a potential miss. There's number 1. The door is open for Memphis, make or miss, right here at the end. The nervous energy in the Comerica Center just
you feel that?
Turned up a notch. And whistles blow before the free throw.
What?
Not exactly sure what happened there. Just resetting beforehand, but the free throw went in. Got to shoot it again. Williams missed it.
Unbelievable. They don't have a timeout.
They might have had that extra look timeout, that advanced timeout.
Yeah.
So that's just one in the pocket. So you can't stop and talk, but you can advance the basketball.
Well, and Brandon Williams has questions, and my questions have questions. How would you blow a whistle there?
I'm not sure. There was a lot beforehand that they were sorting through. Here's the thing. We've talked about the Texas Legends all year long in their defensive prowess. It hasn't necessarily been on display throughout this whole game. Memphis will have a shot. They'll have a look to win it on the road. Texas has to stand on the defensive end. Pulling to inbound. Looks left. Finds it to Jackson. Jackson will drive on Alatishe. Fouled underneath.
No.
Jackson gets 2 free throws with 6.5 remaining. Alatishe was in position, rotated perfectly, but just too much force from Jackson and a little too much contact. There it is.
And you get the chicken wing, a little push off there by G.G. Jackson.
That's a vet move from one of the all-rookie team members last year. In his second year with the Memphis Grizzlies, making an impact at the G League level. Jackson on the season, 80% from the line. He missed it. Oh, now this could get interesting. Memphis checks in a couple extra rebounding possibilities. You've got Hinton at 6'9", Baycott at 6'10", 2 of the best rebounders that we've seen in recent memory at the collegiate level. Hinton from Houston, Baycott from North Carolina, and it's the NBA assignment, G.G. Jackson at the free throw line. Missed the first. This one for the tie on the road. He got it. 121 all. Timeout Texas to draw up one final play from the Legends sideline.
Guys in the truck, I just want to say I didn't want to jinx it. I just told you with the lead changes and the way that these two teams have been playing, it just looked like we were headed towards it. What was it arachnophobia?
We started the quarter talking about a cotophobia.
Okay.
You brought up arachnophobia. Then you mentioned overtime, which means it was otophobia.
Otophobia. Here we go.
And that's how we are right now at 6.5 remaining. Now, good thing is for Texas, you have the entire playbook at your disposal. 6.5 seconds plus an advancement of the basketball. You've got everything here. Do you go back to Brandon Williams, or will the entire hustle sideline know that's where that ball is headed?
I wouldn't care what they knew. I'm getting the ball into the hands of number 10 and telling everybody else to get out of the way. Allow him to create. One of the things that he's been able to do this entire game is create his own shot no matter what.
Second year with the Legends. First game back in the NBA G League regular season after spending the entire month with the Mavericks. He'll inbound here. Got to watch him off of the catch. The release. They get it to B-Will. Guarded by Baycott. Brandon Williams. Step back for the win. Off the mark, and the tip-in is short. We're headed to overtime in Frisco.
Unbelievable game. A ton of back and forth. 121 points scored here in regulation, but this is on par.
First one to 128 will win it. 7 points to decide this one. We'll be back in a moment.
Welcome to Legends Land, right here in Frisco, Texas. The greatest show on logo painted wood, where kids can be kids, where adults can unwind, where families can spend some good old-fashioned quality time, where prospects of today can turn into stars of tomorrow. And now is your chance to score the best seat in the house. Secure your tickets now. Texas Legends Basketball, your seat to the future.
Lease a new 2025 K4 LXS for $209 a month.
Welcome to Legends Land, right here in Frisco, Texas. The greatest show on logo painted wood, where kids can be kids, where adults can unwind, where families can spend some good old-fashioned quality time, where prospects of today can turn into stars of tomorrow. And now is your chance to score the best seat in the house. Secure your tickets now. Texas Legends Basketball, your seat to the future.
Lease a new 2025 K4 LXS for $209 a month.
Texas Legends Basketball, your seat to the future.
Time to tip off overtime here at the NBA G League level. It's the first one to 7 from the final regulation score. So the target score is 128. Memphis in Texas after a back-and-forth affair into this one at 121 in regulation, and that's a great start. Williams passes to Alatishe. He hung on the rim for a moment, but there was a foul called on his way up. They called a foul on Pullen, but maybe a
technical for hanging on the rim
on Alatishe. Just did a pull-up on the way back down. You can't do that. And Jackson will have a chance to get one back.
Wow.
It's only the second overtime game of the year for Texas. Last time they were in OT, it was December 20th at Motor City. That was a 111-110 win. They were down 5 in overtime and went on a 7-0 run to come back and win that game.
It was 23-8 the clip here in this game that they just pretty much rattled off defensively, getting all the stops, but also knocking down shots That fourth quarter, with seconds going on the clock, Brandon Williams had a clean look.
Yeah, he did. Great look. They got it to him off the inbound. Every time you have a player inbound, you got to watch him rolling off of a screen from whoever he completes the pass to. They switched perfectly. Baycott was the defender they wanted outside to force Williams to go over the top. He did, had a look, but just left it short, just as Alatiche does here. So it's only a +1 possession off of the dunk and an and-one opportunity because of that technical. Roll around the screen. Pullen stops in the mid-range.
Pullen stuck.
Turn around, and they left him open.
Wow, he was stuck. He was in no man's land, nowhere to go.
Hustle 4 points away from ending it. Now back to Alatiche. Kick into the corner. Edwards, his three off the front iron. Baycott secures the rebound. Here goes Pullen. Pull it all the way to the rim. Not the roll he wanted. Jazian Gortman to Williams. Gets around Jackson. Got the switch he wanted, but threw it away.
And initially had a guy open on the baseline for a baseline three to Kessler Edwards, and he passed on it.
A little out of sorts.
You can see the
Texas right now.
Yeah, the frustration right there from Brandon Williams. He recognizes that he made a bad read on that pass.
Kawamura has been incredible in the game, but limited since that start of the fourth quarter. Jackson swirls in a three, and Memphis is a point away. Again, you can go over the target score. You don't have to hit it exactly, just for those who may be wondering. Gortman, turnaround, and he travels.
No way.
Picked up at pivot foot. Timeout Memphis. They're going to draw up one final play to try and take a road overtime win.
Boy, I tell you what, Gortman, we hadn't seen many times where he gets stuck and loses his dribble like that, but even to add insult to injury with the travel.
Just a couple mistakes from Texas here in this overtime period, and even down the stretch, they had the full advantage. A couple missed free throws from Williams. They left the door open for Memphis. They caught back up, and now Texas is the one that's in trouble. They've done it before. Talked about that Motor City game. They need at least 2 stops and 2 buckets to get there. At least, and that's minimum.
Well, those free throws were big from Williams. Those missed shots, man.
Those are the ones that'll keep you up at night.
Yeah, and you always,
despite what type of game he's had. He's had an incredible game.
And you always mention it about the free throw rules in the G League. Coming down to those last few minutes, that it's not just one shot that you have to hit, it's 2.
Next make wins it for Memphis. Again, it's Jackson on the inbound.
They work out to Baycott. Kawamura has been the go-to shooter.
Jackson drives, has a lane into Pullen at the corner. Kawamura, turnaround, Baycott's there. Memphis wins it on the road. 129-123 in overtime. Armando Baycott, the North Carolina legend, sends Memphis their 3rd win of the year.
And Kawamura finding Baycott underneath the goal. Way to bring that defense out on him. And we've seen him make plenty of great passes, but none better than that one right there.
Alatiche lost Baycott on the backdoor cut, and that is it for this one. Texas heartbroken as they fall at home. An overtime loss. We'll be back to wrap things up from the Comerica Center right after this.
Welcome to Legends Land, right here in Frisco, Texas. The greatest show on logo painted wood, where kids can be kids, where adults can unwind, where families can spend some good old-fashioned quality time, where prospects of today can turn into stars of tomorrow. And now is your chance to score the best seat in the house.